Hello. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm enjoying the holiday. I'm at my penthouse suite and living life to its fullest. No more HCW shows, nothing like that. So I can just sit down, relax, put my feet up, and well, me, just relax. It's been well needed. A well needed vacation. Right? That can't be right. They can't still want me to do the show squared. Are you serious? I'm on holiday. What? No. Do it on fire. What? It's spooky season. NXT has Halloween Havoc and Rampage. Well, has Rampage. Let's see how each show did. Roll intro. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of HCW Show Squared, the show where we take the usual format of the HCW, the semi-regular HCW show now, and expand it to the power of, you guessed it, 2. My name is Dan, DP, or as we all know, DPZ, yeah. And before you change channel, or before you change the video, or put the comment in, yes, I am wearing a Florida shirt, Hawaii shirt, whatever you want to call it. I was meant to be on leave. So I'm celebrating my leave from home. Cool. Anyway. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's just, get into stuff and get into the reviews and stuff. And it's been a wrestling week, and we watch wrestling for a living, and, well, no, for a living. We watch wrestling. That's pretty much the end and be all of it. But, okay. NXT Halloween Havoc Night 1 for the 24th of October 2023. Scarlett and Shotzi are your hosts, and welcome you to the show. I don't remember what they were dressed as. Shotzi was someone. Hellraiser, Pinhead. Scarlett was no matter. Anyway, they were the hosts. Then we go to the first match of the night, which was the Devil's Playground match. So Roxanne Perez and Kiana James. I rated 3.5 stars. Roxanne wins with the Pop Rocks, which is the code red, on the apron. Not apron, on the floor on the outside. Sorry, on top of Kiana's loaded handbag. So yeah, I rated 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it. It was the quick match to open the show and had various creative spots in it, like the Russian leg sweep onto the slide and the use of the laptop as a weapon. It was a very creative match, and it utilised stipulation probably more than Devil's Playground has been used before. So, good stuff, very fun. We get an interview now with Carmelo Hayes backstage. Vic Joseph does his best RJ City impression because this is an exact rip-off of HeyW. But he throws the question out there that Carmelo may have been the one to, jump to whoop that trick. Carmelo downplays it and calls it brutalizing trick. He's like, who brutalized trick and whatever. The question is then raised about how it is different that Carmelo is now challenger for the title with Ilya rather than being a champion having to defend it. Carmelo has a plan. It's about having the right mentality, and Carmelo has the right mentality. He's removed all distractions from his sight, and there's no butt tricks, like, butt trick, this butt trick, like that. Vic cuts him off and asks if Trick was in the four-way, would Carmelo still be the one fighting Ilya? Carmelo says absolutely. And then he'll do whatever he needs to do. And that match is going to be for Trick. For justice for Trick. The players so heavily into the whole Carmelo is the guy who did it, and Carmelo can deny it all the time because he's like the best friend. Only the guy who attacked Trick would call the attack something, inglorious, like brutalizing. He gave a little smile towards the end of the interview where he said, "Oh, it'll be justice for Trick." It's gonna be Carmelo. Or Hayes is just being a prick for no real reason about all this. Backstage, Scarlett and Shotzi are doing tarot cards with Metaphor. It reveals not so pleasant future for Metaphor, and they basically just warn Noam to hold what he cherishes near. Metaphor get the strength among themselves, and then Akira Tozawa comes in and steals the Heritage Cup trophy from behind them. Then Metaphor freak out over where the trophy's gone. We move on now to a debut. Dante Chan takes on the debuting Lexis King, or for those who are not familiar with Lexis King, it is Brian Pillman Jr. Brian Pillman's dead, though, according to him, and he's making his own legacy. Lexis wins with the hanging swinging neckbreaker. I rated it 2.25 stars. Kind of hard to rate a match when it's a squash match that wasn't really a squash match. I know it's confusing to say, but Dante got in way more offense than he probably should have. Or what was even intended. And Lexis didn't come across as dominant, but maybe that wasn't the intention. So maybe it's fine as it was. I don't know. But I would not take him to take a moment to talk about Lexis King in general. So his presentation in the ring and his in-ring gear and stuff is great. His look is great. His wrestling's alright, but that's the way it always was, and he's in the right place to improve himself. But there are two issues that I have to point out basically. His entrance looks like a cheapened anime villain. He comes in sliding in on a throne. Like it was ridiculous. It was like something out of Persona. Like it was so stupid. Yeah, and then his walk to the ring as well. He has no flair, no swagger, no. I don't have to word it, but no like. It seems like there's no personality there. Like a character, and with such a grandiose entrance, you'd probably need to have, more of that, more flair, more swagger. But King here has none of that. Another issue I wanted to say was his finisher. So the finisher is a hanging, swinging neckbreaker, and it's very slow to hit. And it also looks as if the King's got to land physically hard on his shoulder to hit this move. So he has it like in the Randy Orton thing, the Hangman DDT, and then from that position he swings them around, and then he has to land directly on his shoulder to do it. And I think that could cause more damage to Lexis, or maybe even an injury. I'm only a fan, so I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of the power moves work and where you land and stuff. But I think there's a couple of things that need to be worked on for Lexis King. And like I said, he's in the right place to learn and improve upon himself. Moving on. Backstage, Chase U are preparing for their tag title match when the family come in to wish them luck. That's it. We get a women's breakout tournament semi-final match. It's Kalani Jordan and Ariana Grace. Kalani wins with a split leg moonsault. I rate this 2.5 stars. Kalani advances to the finals, which will face either Carmen Petrovic or Lola Voice. The match was kind of average, to be honest, and there's only one person who really breaks out in my eyes in this whole tournament, and that is Lola Voice. They seem to like Kalani Jordan, though, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Kalani win the entire thing. But I hope I'm wrong on that front. I'm gonna skip over the Von Wagner bit that came next. I hope he reveals that he's been pretending for this injury, because to keep saying that Von's actually hurt is ridiculous. Scarlett and Shotzi are plugging their new show on Peacock when the Creamer was coming. They want revenge for the actions taken against them from Humberto and Angel last week. Ivy Nar spins the wheel and makes the deal to determine the match for next week, and it's going to be a table, ladders, and scares match, which I'm assuming is just TLC. Cool. We go now to the NXT Tag Team titles. The family, Tony D'Angelo and Stacks, or Tony Lorenzo, defend against Chase U, Andre Chase, and Duke Hudson. Chase U win, following a roll-up from Tony D'Angelo and Andre Chase. By Andre, so. I rated 3.25 stars. Yes. Absolutely, yes. Finally, Chase U have their crowning moment. It's been a title that Chase U have needed for a little bit now, and seemingly never getting it. I must admit though, the win does seem a little bit out of nowhere, and that is sometimes the beauty of pro wrestling. You don't expect those out all the time, and when it happens, it's all much sweeter. Towards the end of the match, though, JC did try to get Andre to cheat, and Andre refused to cheat, and he still won. So JC may be en route to becoming a student of Chase U, quicker than most would have probably thought. I imagine we'll get some back and forth between that. Interview now with Baron Corbin. He did attack Trick Williams. He thinks it's more likely to be someone like Axiom or Wesley, but even more likely to be Carmelo. They're using Baron again here as an easy anti-bait. So people are like, "Oh, Baron's saying it, so it won't be that," or, "I'm telling you, it's going to be Carmelo." Even if someone else is revealed to be the attacker, they've done it for Carmelo. I will eat my words happily if that's not the case, but the way I'm seeing it is absolutely Carmelo. This is an Enzo and Cass thing all over again. Lights out match now. Gigi Dolan and Blair Davenport. Blair wins with a Kamagoye style knee. Two of the calls rated this. This really underdelivered. It felt deflating with how little they did with the environment. It felt like they were just getting from spot to spot, and that was it. And everything just sort of fell flat because of it. It wasn't a bad match, but it just lacked intensity. The right person won though, and that's a plus. Blair can now move on to a feud with Becky or Lyra, and Gigi continue doing whatever she's doing. Gigi treated with enough care as it is. It was just supposed to happen to be there, and it didn't help that Roxanne and Kiana did better with a similar stipulation. Backstage, Shotzi and Scarlett accused Carmelo of being the guy who attacked Trick. Trick shoos him off. They keep doing this. Like it's one of those things where you do it enough times, and fans will be like, "Oh no, it's not going to be them now that they've done it so much of him." That's the trick. It's a double bluff. It's Carmelo. I'm calling it now. Watch these lips, these eyes. Do you see any conviction in these eyes? You see a lot of conviction in these eyes. These lips tell no lies. This nose smells no lies, and these ears hear no lies. Again, interview with Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany doesn't care about the tournament. She only cares about who the winner between Becky and Lyra. In comes Fallon Henley, who is dressed as Tiffany Stratton for Halloween. And she just does an impression of her, saying like, Tiffy me, Tiffy this, Tiffy that. I brought in the shoes. Shout out to the guy in the green onesie who, he can't believe what's going on. He's like, it was like, oh my god, a wrestling show with a fight. We get now the second semi-final of the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament between Karma Petrovic and Lola Vice. Lola wins with a kick. I don't know what it's called. I rated this 3 stars. It was better than Kalani and Ariana, and just to show you that Lola has more of an upside to her than Kalani does. But the final was assigned Lola and Kalani. I think Lola should win, but I think Kalani will win. It's just what WWE do. Backstage, Chase U celebrating winning the tag belts. They run to Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Bars were exchanged between Chelsea and Piper and JC and Thea. Chelsea threatens to file a formal complaint. And then Thea and JC offer to show them the way to Shawn Michaels' office, and they will request a tag title match against Chelsea and Piper. Cool. Backstage, Metaphor panicking over who took the Heritage Cup trophy when Noam sees on his phone that. Sorry, there we go. When Noam Dar sees that Akira Tozawa took the trophy, and then Tozawa says, "If they want it, come get it." And so a match seems to be in the works for those two. We get one more backstage segment before the main event, which was Carmelo Hayes in his locker room. He's confronted by Bron Breakker. Bron essentially accuses him of doing it as well. Trick disregards it. Bron says that if this Carmelo, this tricky, conniving Carmelo turns up next week against Ilya, Carmelo will be champion again. NXT Women's Championship. Becky Lynch champion defends against Lyra Valkyria in Lyra's biggest match in her career to date. And Lyra wins from a roll-up from an attempted manhandle slam. I rate it as 4 stars. This would be higher if the start of the match didn't come off as a little bit rough. But these two put on a great match, and it's not like we didn't know it wasn't going to be a banger, you know? Both women went out there and proved why they are two of the best women in WWE. No one in NXT. Tons of intensity, tons of back and forth, and multiple times where even Becky Lynch could have won. I'm not sure the right person won here, or maybe there wasn't the right one. Maybe there wasn't the wrong option. I don't know. I'm happy with the result though, and the match that has resulted, stems from. So congrats to Lyra, who should hopefully have a long enough reign. I'm going to call it now and say that Blair will be the first challenger. She's just come off a big win against Gigi, and and momentum will be on her side. Alternatively though, with the breakout tournament being what it is, and the finals happening next week as well, it could be Lola Vice or Kalani Jordan. And with a face champ like Lyra, it could be more likely to be Lola Vice who gets the shot. Either way, an exciting time to be part of and to watch the NXT Women's Division. But yeah, that was Halloween Havoc. A very female-led show. Rather surprising. I think there was 7 matches and 5 of them were women's. So, fair play. The women prove that they can do it as well as the men. Main event women, breakout tournament women, lights out women, and Devil's Playground women. So fair play to all of them involved, and good show, very good show altogether. To Rampage. Yeah, to Rampage. Rampage? Rampage. Rampage? Please? So, we go on to NXT, AEW Rampage, so for the 27th of October 2023. We start things off with a no DQ match between Mike Santana and Ortiz. And Mike Santana wins with the Cannonball and Death Valley Powerbomb. I rated 3 3/4 stars. The match had a solid enough foundation to it, and the story that blurred the lines between what was real and what was fiction. It was strange though, because it was strange because it was a good match, a really good match, but it didn't really utilize the no DQ stipulation that it had. I would like to see more weapon usage or rule breaking or for advantages and stuff like that, but nothing like that was really done. I still enjoyed it though, and I hope we see more from these two. But for now, Santana has proved that Ortiz was the one holding him back. And with this clean win, what is next for Ortiz? Well, speaking on that, post-match, Sonjay Dutt comes in and he's kind of like he tries to comfort Ortiz. Ortiz is confused, backs away, but there is some sort of attempt for them trying to recruit Ortiz into the Sonjay Dutt Society. I don't know what the group's called, like him, Jay Lethal, whatever. Backstage, Kenny Omega is reflecting on his upcoming match with MJF on Collision. Jay White injects himself and wishes Kenny luck. Backstage again, the camera cuts continue, which is very weird. It's like there's no fade away black and then fade back in. It's just end of that into that. The strange camera format continues though, as it suddenly cuts to Don Callis talking to MJF. He's trying to recruit MJF to the Callis family. MJF wants none of it, and he's too busy wondering if he should consider Max Caster. That's a little Dynamite reference there. We get an interview with Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, and Sky Blue. Willow and Chris are concerned about Sky's recent behaviour, and Sky wants to get ready for her match and suggests that Willow should do the same. Kip Sabian's here. Kip is here with Penelope Ford, and they talk about the state of Philadelphia, the state they're currently in. He gets the sports things wrong, do baseball and then NFL, etc. It went over my head, But here comes Mark Briscoe. Kip mocks Mark and calls him silly bollocks before Mark just beats him down. So Mark Briscoe's back, I guess. We're not going to interview with the former JAS. They still ain't got a name between them. Anna Jay says that tonight is a huge opportunity for her, and she wants her people with her, just like she's been there for them. Don Callis comes in, talks to Hager about something. Bernard sees this and takes exception to it, and he starts talking about family. Kelly suggests that if he and Parker can take out Kenny and Jericho, then his family will be their family. As they leave, Parker is met by Ruby Soho, who has found his switchblade. He's appreciative and tells Ruby that he's there for her if she needs it. We get a Women's Championship number 1 contender match now, a Fatal 4-way. Willow Nightingale, Anna Jay, Abaddon, and Sky Blue. Abaddon wins with a... I don't know what you call it. It was like a leg DDT, but you hook the leg over the head and then bring it onto a DDT-esque landing. 3 stars I rated this. It wasn't a bad match, it just felt a little flat. And that is typically what happens with women's matches on Rampage. I do like Abaddon's presentation, but it felt a bit of a throwaway to have a win here. Especially with the other 3 names involved in this match as well. Like, it's different for sure, and... I mean, when was the last time Abaddon was even on TV? Like, this is the first time she's been on TV in ages. The title match with Hikaru Shida is going to be a throwaway, I think. Backstage, the Acclaimed are 8 days away from celebrating their 69 days as the champions. Nice. And they want Matt to basically join them in the celebration. Billy and Bowens though are against the idea. Main event time. Carl Fletcher takes on Konosuke Takeshita. Takeshita wins with the bicycle knee. Something like that. I rated this 4.25 stars. Wow. These two knocked out of the park with the main event. In intensity, back and forth, in a time when World Class performances, in a time where they, AEW rely on older stars, you needed a performance from the younger guys to really show what people need to see. Incredible stuff though. Laid a sub story with Fletcher as well and Callis, plus the added implications of Davis being out of an injury. Post match though, Fletcher attacks Takeshita and Hobbs with a steel chair, but before Hobbs can retaliate, Callis calls him off, saying that the hate in Fletcher's eyes is exactly what he wanted out of him. He invites Fletcher to be part of the family as an apprentice. Takeshita and Hobbs look confused and Callis looks ecstatic. Fletcher has seemingly joined the Don Callis family. A side note for this though, I wonder what the status will be of Aussie Open after this when Mark Davis comes back. Because I don't want to see them breaking up. They're one of my favourite teams in the world. But I also can't see a world where Davis gets on with Callis. But we will see, I guess. There's also the element of Gideon Grey and United Empire and all that. But we'll see, I guess. But yeah, that brings an end to this review. I realise now I've been on the main screen the entire time and not actually in the main screen I was meant to be in. Oh well. It's fine, we live and we learn. But yeah, before the end of this, I was going to take a reminder to please leave likes if you like the video, leave comments for engagement, give us a subscription if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and please give us follows on any of our platforms above me here. So we have our Twitch, we have our Twitter or X, our Facebook, and our Instagram, and our Threads. And if you feel so inclined to give me a follow, if you like me and my voice and how I do things, how I dress, then my Twitter is below, just here. But yeah, that brings an end to this, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.